As some of you may recall, I am indeed a sensitive girly, and due to distress, my hair literally fell out in 2022/2023 due to alopecia areata. How do I know? Well, literally dermatologist, but also there's a very specific patch of my hair that sheds when life is throwing haymakers at me and landing them. However, I persevered, and a lot of y'all remember me figuring out hairstyles to conceal, don't feel, don't let it show, literally, my bald spot. Honestly, I had a lot of hair left at that point, so it wasn't the hardest challenge technically, just emotionally. Oh, but everyone, I have terrible, terrible news. 2024 was full of hurt and stress that is low-key indescribable. Crash out is an understatement, and redemption arc is an understatement. I made it through, but in terms of my hair, well, there's something so uniquely insulting about making it through such an incredibly rough year, and then 2 to 5, 6 months later, your body reminding you by pulling this. So in 2022, I was diagnosed with alopecia areata, which is an autoimmune disease that causes hair to be lost in patches. It's also known as spot baldness. But this time in 2024, I was diagnosed with telogen effluvium, which is a common type of hair loss that causes excessive shedding over a short period of time. It's usually caused by a super stressful event, and it usually happens 2 to, 8 months afterward. So hate that for me. And fortunately, this is not the first time I've dealt with hair loss, obviously, so I went ahead and gave myself a trim. I figured I'd give myself the best chance at growing a full, healthy head of hair by clipping all the ends. Just do what you can. And check out the difference between the loss of hair in 2022 on the left and 2024 on the right. You know, oof. I think the medical term is oof. I think the worst part of it all is once I recognized that my hair was doing the shedding thing because of the stressful event that I had already gotten through, it was already too late. Dude. I have got to calm down. The reason this hair loss is so severe is because telogen effluvium is kind of a disturbance in the hair cycle due to extreme stress. So the anagen phase, growth phase, the catagen phase, the transition phase, the telogen phase, which is what my hair reacted like, is the resting phase where the hair follicle becomes dormant, and the exogen phase is the shedding phase. So unfortunately, I was so stressed that my hair literally shut down the factory. Oh boy. I have to get better at stress. I don't even know the word! That's probably not good. Management. I got you, me. I went ahead and practiced being bald for a little bit and then considered shaving my head, but I ultimately decided against that. I did some deep breathing exercises and, prayed and reflected on the year, the fact that I made it through, and I moved forward. And I'm inviting you to go on a hair growth journey with me. My first reaction is I decided that shrunken hairstyles are probably going to be the best for me for the foreseeable future. So it was wash and go time. Now, I will say, I think one of the strongest things about my platform is the fact that I've had bald patches for various reasons many, many times throughout my life, unfortunately. I've been viciously bullied because of it, and I struggle not to put my childhood ops on blast, but we persevere. On myself, and I invite you to join me. Bobby. I have basically mastered the art of tying scarves as to conceal, don't feel, don't let it show. And also, I'm not afraid of a wig. It sure is cold outside, and I sure will put on a hat and a hair hat under that hat. Yes, ma'am. But as a girly who loves to wear her hair down, the last several weeks have been a struggle, but I'm still not confident wearing it down for obvious reasons. In the meantime, I have still been keeping up with my hair care routine. I've been deep conditioning and doing my best to slow the shedding or stop it completely, and eventually it did stop. And so, once I decided I wasn't going to give up on my hair and shave it all off, I decided I was going to invite you to go on a hair growth journey with me. So this is me at the dermatologist where I was diagnosed with telogen effluvium. I went ahead and got steroid shots in my scalp, hopefully kickstarting and speed boosting my regrowth journey. And now I'd like to invite you to join me. On the left is when the shedding stopped, and on the right is a month later. I am doing a very intentional regrowth routine, and subscribe if you'd like to hear what it is.
Donc voilà, j'avais vraiment envie de partager cette vidéo avec vous, son expérience à elle. Je la trouve juste incroyable. Donc je laisserai le lien de sa chaîne en barre d'infos si vous avez envie de la suivre, hein, de voir ce qu'elle fait, etc. Donc comme je vous dis, c'est-à-dire je me renseigne énormément sur tout ce qui est alopécie parce que je remarque qu'il y a énormément, de plus en plus de femmes qui en souffrent et les hommes beaucoup plus tôt. Et je cherche à comprendre en fait, à trouver des solutions. Vous savez, quand vous souffrez d'alopécie, vous vous sentez immensément seul parce que quand vous expliquez ce que vous ressentez, la plupart des personnes se disent « mais après tout, c'est que des cheveux ». Donc, ils ne comprennent pas en fait. Donc, on ne peut pas comprendre si on n'a jamais souffert d'alopécie. C'est impossible. Même moi, avant, je pensais comprendre. Mais en fait, plus ça va, plus je me dis, en fait, il faut se mettre vraiment dans la peau de la personne pour pouvoir comprendre la personne, vivre la chose. Je sais que c'est très difficile à vivre, les taïnas qui souffrent d'alopécie, mais vous n'êtes pas votre alopécie, ok? Moi, au jour d'aujourd'hui, ça va encore mieux. C'est fou parce que je vois que finalement, mon protocole que je faisais avant, à fond de la caisse, fonctionnait assez bien, que j'ai arrêté. Mais comme je vous disais précédemment, je ne pense pas que ça soit parce que j'ai arrêté que c'est retombé. C'est vraiment quelque chose d'interne et que les soins que j'utilise pour la pousse aident tout simplement à la régénération de mon bulbe et du cuir chevelu. Et ça fonctionne assez rapidement. Donc en moyenne, au bout d'un mois, je commence à avoir les résultats se voient. Mais le truc, c'est qu'il faut réagir très tôt. Dès que vous commencez à voir les problèmes arriver, la perte arriver, n'attendez pas, il faut agir très tôt. Plus on va agir très tôt, mieux c'est en fait. Ça, je l'expliquerai hein, dans mes prochaines vidéos, je l'expliquerai, le pourquoi du comment, j'irai plus en détail. Sur ma routine, en ce moment, ce que je fais aujourd'hui, ça peut vous inspirer au moins à faire... à vous inspirer de mon protocole. Mais vous n'êtes pas votre alopécie. N'ayez pas honte parce que souvent on ressent une espèce de honte, mais ce n'est pas de notre faute, c'est des choses qui arrivent tout simplement. Et n'oubliez pas, vous êtes magnifique.